Everyone mentioned today is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and everything I discuss here is theory until proven fact, even if it is.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel. I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real. But how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? Hang on a sec, let me get the screen on there. How out to lunch, how you going? Deb, how you going? Shannon, how you going? Thank you, Shannon, God love you. No, the robot doesn't talk unless I'm live. Yeah, it won't talk, so. Menacing, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Donald, how you going? Dana, how you doing? George, how you going? Conchega? How you going, Conchega? It's cold in Victoria right now. Oh. Gen X, how you going? Paul, how you going? Good to see you guys. Okay. Let's get into some news. It'll let it update itself. Maybe I should do it again just in case. You never know. Sometimes it leaves there. Oh, look what we got here. We have Pauline Hanson, Please Explain Dark Forces, Season 4, Episode 5. I've missed a few episodes. But this one's quite funny, so I thought I might play this. This is about our politics in Australia.
Oh, no, Jacinta, you're not going to believe this. There's a billboard driving around calling you a witch.
Bubble, bubble, toilet, what? Oh, no, Ben! This must be the work of the Dark Forces!
Hey, no, it's the guy that owns Gotham City. It's this great brothel, apparently.
No, Ben, I'm right. I'm a woman. It's the Dark Forces. She has returned. The Wicked Witch of North Queensland. She who shall not be named.
Who, Pauline Hanson?
Ah, don't say her name, Ben.
What are you talking about?
It all makes sense now. This is why Victoria's such a shithole.
I thought it was our incompetence in corruption.
No, Ben! It's the dark forces! Look at all these negative comments I'm getting on Instagram, Ben! They're obviously bots!
I thought you bought those bots to boost your followers.
Oh, no, Ben, these are different! These are evil right-wing bots! If we don't stop her, the dark forces will take over the state! We need the help of the greatest witch that's ever lived! Julia Gillard!
Julia Gillard? Isn't she in the UK or something?
Yes! She's the headmaster at Hogwarts now!
Oh, yeah, right. And how do you get there? I suppose we just jump on the Hogwarts Express, huh? Where's that? Platform 9 3/4?
No, Ben!
Yeah, so what you want to do is take the Frankston line all the way to the end and then just jump on the bus with Hogwarts Express on it.
Thank you, Metro Train guy. All right, Ben, you're in charge while I go back to Hogwarts. Be careful of the dark forces, Ben.
Dark forces. Melbourne's the safest place in the world. Hermione,
get right.
Ron, don't you think Hogwarts seems a little different now Headmaster Gillard is in charge?
Harry's right. The Sorting Hat was pretty harsh this year. I hope I get Slytherin. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Slytherin. Nazi! Gryffindor! Nazi! Die, Nazi scum!
Yes, and Dumbledore seems a bit...
I'm gay now, just as the author intended.
I think he looks fabulous.
Since when is Snape black?
Always was, always will be.
And is that kitty litter for Professor McGonagall's Animagus cat form?
She just identifies as a cat, Harry. Don't be so rude. I, for one, like Hogwarts under Julia Gillard's rule. She's my hero.
Julia!
Jacinta Allen, what are you doing here?
I need your help, Julia! It's the dark forces!
Well, luckily Hogwarts has got one of the best defenders against the dark forces in the world.
Who?
Hello, class. Today I'm going to teach you my famous misogyny spell. I've made an entire career out of this spell.
Yes!
Yes!
Cool. Not you, Longbottom. Only women can use the misogyny spell. You see, when I was Prime Minister, the dark forces would constantly criticise me. They would draw me in cartoons in unflattering ways. They would do impressions of me with a silly voice. Sounds like politics. No, Potter, it was the dark forces. They hated me because I was a woman. It had nothing to do with me being a very bad Prime Minister. It was only because I was a woman. Now, Potter, criticise me. Miss, go on, criticise me. Take your best shot.
Well, you were never elected as Australia's first female Prime Minister. You lied about the carbon tax. Why are all your jackets so ill-fitting?
Misogynist Repello! What did you do to him? He's been branded a misogynist.
Well, that's not so bad.
And now the Dementors are going to take him to Azkaban, where he belongs. Hermione, what the hell was that?
That was the most inspirational class I've ever taken.
Oh,
Isn't
God.
Julia Gillard brilliant?
No.
Brilliant. She just imprisoned Harry for raising some fair points, and you don't even care.
Is that criticism I just heard, Ron?
Hermione?
You've had it too good for too long, Ron, you white privileged cisgendered freckled freak. Now,
Oh,
if you'll
God.
excuse me, I need to go to the women's room.
Blimey, a bloke can't say a word around here without getting taken off to Azkaban.
Hello, Hermione.
Hagrid?
I'm not Hagrid. I'm Ingrid.
You can't be in here.
Of course I can. I'm a woman now. Well, if you'll excuse me, Hermione, I need to take a massive shite.
Ah!
What's the matter, love?
Let go of me.
But Hermione, us women need to stick together.
You're scaring me.
Well, that ain't allowed. You gotta be comfortable with me being in here.
I can feel your wand digging into me.
I ain't got a wand.
Well, I do. Misogynist, repel.
Oh, no, you don't.
Well, I better get on me broom and get back to Victoria. Thanks for teaching me the misogyny spell, Julia.
Jacinta, the magic was inside of you all along. How else would you have made $15 billion disappear?
Mrs. Gillard, this little witch tried to use a misogyny spell on me.
How could you do that to a fellow woman?
Hagrid's not a woman. He's a biological man.
Ingrid is a biological man, but also a trans woman, which is a woman.
What? That's insane.
No, it's the law.
What law?
The Sex Discrimination Act. I changed it so that gender identity replaces biological sex.
So let me get this straight. You go on about how everyone hates you just for being a woman, and the second you got power, you made woman mean anything at all.
That sounds like something the Dark Forces would say.
Oh, will you shut up about the dark forces?
Yeah.
You're responsible for everything that's gone wrong in Victoria.
How dare you criticise the woman? That's misogyny.
I will not be lectured on misogyny by this woman. You call yourselves champions for women, but all you've done is help erase and endanger us. You're the misogynists.
And what are you going to do about it, huh?
You don't even have a wand.
But I do. Run. It's Bron now.
Misogynists, repello!
What? You can't cast my own spell on me?
Finally, it's time to ditch the witch.
My comeuppance!
I'll get you, my pretty, the second I get bail.
Thanks, Bron.
My pleasure, Hermione. So you want to grab a butterbeer?
No, thank you. I only date men.
Ah, who knew actions had consequences?
Well, at least we're in a woman's only cell.
Hello, ladies.
Authorised by P. Hanson for One Nation Brisbane.
That's so slow at the end. Oh, that was pretty good. I missed those cartoons. Okay, Senator Babbitt said if you consume right-wing content on the internet, whatever that is, you'll become a Nazi and start to tear anuses, apparently. Anthony Myword is my Bond Albanese Prime Minister of Australia, leader of the Australian Labor Party. The PM's losing it. Yeah, since yesterday when I played that video, I've a lot of people have started talking about this, or I found people talking about this, so I thought I'd bookmark some of it. Craig Kelly said anal tearing. What on earth is Prime Minister Anthony Albanese rambling about now? What data set is this clown citing on the floor of Parliament when he declares that anal tearing is growing at an extraordinarily horrific rate? Is there some secret government spreadsheet tracking asshole injuries that the Australian public isn't allowed to see? Or is it the Prime Minister just projecting from his own personal anecdotes? And if such a data set actually exists, let's get the details straight. Is this epidemic of anal tearing happening among men, women, biological males identifying as women? Or is it conveniently vague so that no one can fact-check the hysteria? Perhaps when Albanese blurted out anal tearing, he was speaking literally, the old thread of I'll tear you a new arsehole, which is what is said in Australia when you want to have a go at someone, is I'll tear you a new one, okay? Or I'll tear you a new that, and they actually say the word. That's understandable. It's a sentiment many Australians would be feeling towards Albanese when they opened their electricity bill and his long list of broken promises. Either way, this bizarre, unhinged outburst shows that Albanese has completely lost the plot. He's a flailing, desperate man under immense pressure, and rightfully so. Australia's worst Prime Minister in living memory is now reaping the whirlwind from a disastrous half-baked budget that's already forcing multiple humiliating backflips. Living standards are tanking, households are being crushed by cost of living pain he helped create, and the knives are out on the backbench with serious whispers of a leadership challenge. Albanese isn't leading the country, he's embarrassing it, one crude parliamentary brain fart at a time. Time to go, Albo. Australia deserves far better than this circus. Dear God. Oh, now let's get into, I don't know what the hell this is. Okay, I don't know. I'm surprised she put this out with such confidence. Defiant L said, if you don't believe in climate change, you're an effing idiot. In the last 24 hours, we've now had 32 worldwide earthquakes, because that's what this person's saying, okay? Been fact-checked too, by the way. An average of 55 earthquakes occur worldwide every day. Oh, back in the 2010, there was like 200 a day, okay? Making 32 in 24 hours a normal occurrence. Additionally, major earthquakes are caused by tectonic plate movement, not atmospheric climate change. But this girl thinks that she's she's confidently put this out. I don't know. Anyway, let's have a listen. Make sure you can hear it. Yep.
If you don't believe climate change exists, you're a fucking idiot. We have had 32 earthquakes within the past 24 hours, 18 of those being moderate to severe, and 2 of those being major and catastrophic. And both of the most horrific earthquakes hit Venezuela, reaching a magnitude of 7.2 and 7.5. Roughly 188 people have been found dead already, and they are still looking for more. If you would like to help out and donate, you can head to the International Rescue Committee's website and leave a donation there, as they are supplying humanitarian aid to the people affected in Venezuela. Stay safe, follow me, I'll see you next time.
Grifter. How does climate change cause earthquakes? That's tectonic plates, mate. Not climate change. Wow. I'm surprised you said this with such confidence. Okay, by the way, her crayon, she slipped with a crayon or texture or something and drew on herself somehow. Okay. Cat Turd said Tucker is scum. Captive Dreamer said transparent lie from Tucker. Here's Jimmy Dore on his show recently insulting Erica Kirk while Tucker stays silent because he said apparently that he's never heard anyone talk bad about Erica Kirk in front of him, or he would have pulled him up, okay?
You set up, and you're not allowed to ask questions about it. And if you are, you are attacking a grieving widow. And that's, again, when did Jackie O ever say, quit looking in, stop, quit looking into who killed my husband? Never. That's not what happens. And that's not how you grieve,
And that's
by the
not
way.
what Erica said.
I remember when
but
my
anyway.
dad died, my mom immediately bought a gold sequin pants outfit, started carrying sparklers around and selling T-shirts. And my friends are like, Jimmy, what's with your mom? I'm like, she's grieving. So I'll just leave that there.
That was on the Tucker show, okay? Okay, and then I think there's more. Okay, yeah, Tucker Carlson is now saying he's never heard anyone. I can't remember who he was on with. One of his guests anyway, or he was on someone else's. But now he's saying that he's never heard anyone say anything bad about Erica Kirk in front of him. There's a lie, debunked straight away. The skiff said Dominion agrees to dismiss $1.3 billion lawsuit against, remember Mike Lindell, who was getting sued by Dominion for saying that they cheat? A 5-year-long 800-page report and evidence of fraud from Dominion machines will be released today. Voting machine companies are falling like dominoes. That's why I fought every single day for election integrity. The truth will always prevail. There you go. And hopefully from this, once this is released and the machine companies are falling like dominoes, hopefully none of us will have them in our country soon. Hey, go on, Melissa. Who haven't I said hello to? J1, Sherry. Hunt, how you going? My face causes climate change or hers? Which one? I could see how mine would, but yeah, hers or mine anyway. Okay. Mike Lee said John Thune, after the Save America Act, got 50 votes in the Senate. We don't have the votes. John Thune, after Pfizer, 702, got 47 votes in the Senate. We'll have to keep trying. Why the difference? Yeah, we see you. We see you, Thune. John Thune. We do. Okay. Eric Doherty said just in. Senator Mike Lee says he's fully backing Scott Presler after Scott was banned from a South Dakota GOP event with John Thune, simply over pushing the Save America Act. Scott Presler should not stop talking about the Save America Act. The GOP needs more Scott Preslers, and America needs more Scott Preslers. The Patriot works hard. He does, actually. He does. Sabrina Ebrahimi Ladine. I have no idea. I'm sorry if I just butchered that name. Iran just aired this on state news for its supporters. They showed how the American rescue mission for their pilot totally failed, how US forces got ambushed and surprised by the mighty IRGC, how one bullet from IRGC hit the MC-130 engine, and how they took out Black Hawk helicopters, and how they destroyed America. At the end, the narrator brags that this epic failure is why America is now negotiating with Iran and has surrendered. And you know what? It's all AI. Does that really look... Come on, man. Does any of this look real to you? It's not real, man. But they're putting this out as what really happened. Okay? So next time you see Iran claiming something, just remember this. Okay? This is what our news does too. There is no way. You got to recognise it when it, you got to recognise, come on. Where have all these close shots of the pilots and that come from? Come on. If you are the IRs, you don't get the inside of the planes and, oh, come on, man. And people ate that up? What the frickin' hell? Sorry. This is an AI-generated video. This is retarded. Please tell me nobody actually believes this AI slop. Oh, my God. How did the Black Hawk pilot not notice the Iranian cameraman glued to his windshield? Yeah, exactly. Oh, my goodness. And that's what I mean by telling you how to think, not what to think. You've got to realise when, come on, man, that just so fake, far out. Our news does it too, so you've got to recognise on your own screen at home, like if your news is on, I don't turn it on anymore. But if it is, you've got to recognise when this stuff is absolute crap. Trita Parsi said after the US struck Iran, after Iran struck a ship in the Strait, Iranian media reports that the IRGC has struck US positions. Details are not available. As bad as this is, an even greater threat to the MOU is the Israel-Lebanon agreement signed by the Lebanese government, which has caused riots in Beirut amid accusations that the Lebanese government has sold out the country and acquiesced to Israel occupying parts of southern Lebanon. And Netanyahu must be happy, apparently. But this is the kind of shit they put out. Okay? Oh, my God, I'm not even going to like it. Dr. Malouf said breaking Hezbollah terrorists are rioting in Beirut after Lebanon and Israel signed an agreement to engage in direct and formal peace talks for the first time. Over 90% of Shia Muslims in Lebanon support Hezbollah. We're talking about an entire community of terrorists. No other Muslim group comes close in terms of terrorist affiliation. Even in Gaza, support for Hamas peaked at 70%, and it's currently around half of that now. In Iran, support for the Islamic regime is only 10%. Support for the Taliban in Afghanistan is just 20%. The Shia Muslims in Lebanon are the most terrorist-minded group of Muslims in the world and have the highest rate of support for a terrorist organisation among all Muslims. Their support for Hezbollah has been consistently over 90% for decades, despite all the wars they start and lose and the destruction they cause. It's the cult of death. So you can believe what you want, but I'd believe, I don't believe this is real, for a start. This, I believe, is half-truth. They are trying to, they're engaging in talks, okay, Lebanon and Israel. You'll see. It'll happen. Just watch what happens. Ben Hart said Democrats just nominated a woman for Congress named Daraliza Avila Chevalier. Did I say that right? She openly hates America. She said in a social media post, I forgot to get napkins, so I just wiped my hand on the American flag behind me. Whoa. I'm Australian. Don't do that to American flag, okay? I wouldn't want someone to do it. I'd be offended if someone did it to the Australian flag, the American flag, the UK flag, the New Zealand flag, the Irish flag, the Canadian flag, any flag. No. In the Western nations, no. Okay, she calls America an effing disgrace. She will be heading to Congress. She makes AOC look like a moderate. She defeated the incumbent chair of the House Hispanic Caucus in Congress. Chevalier is an unemployed 32-year-old who was recently riding on behalf of the Hamas terrorist organisation with pro-Hamas activist Mahmoud Khalil in the Columbia University encampment on the campus. Sorry, guys. She's a founder of the CUAD, Columbia University Apartheid Divest. How are these universities? Stop sending your kids to university. How are these universities funding all this shit? whose stated goal is the eradication of Western civilization. Chevalier says she wants to grant immediate citizenship and voting rights to all illegal aliens. She supports full-blown communism. So ran Mamdani endorsed communist candidates, won all across New York City. Are they still using those machines? I would like to know. 3 Mamdani endorsed candidates will be heading to Congress. 1, Brad Lander defeated the radical left incumbent Democrat Congressman Dan Goldman because Goldman is Jewish and it wasn't radical left enough. Lander says he wants to abolish ICE and border security and expand the Supreme Court so Democrats can immediately pack the court with radical left justices. And of course, Lander supports full-blown communism like Mamdani. Also heading to Congress is Claire Valdez, New York 7. She wants to grant citizenship and voting rights to all legal aliens, use taxpayer funds for all transgender treatments, and eliminate private health insurance. In theory, the Islamic faith and much of the Democrat Party's stated agenda are at odds, especially the LGBTQ agenda and feminism. In Islamic countries such as Iran, Afghanistan and Gaza, gays are thrown off rooftops or hung from cranes for all to see. Women are not considered to be fully human and are of less value than goats. Women who are accused of adultery can be stoned to death. But in America, Islam and today's Democrat Party are allies of convenience in the war on America and the war on Western civilization. It's a the enemy of my enemy is my friend type of alliance. If and when the Islamists gain the majority, they will eliminate the LGBTQers, the feminists and most Democrats. Obama and Biden imported millions of Islamists into America from third world hellholes like Somalia because Democrats see these people as votes for Democrats. In his run for mayor of NYC, Mamdani lost in a landslide among New Yorkers who were born in America, but won in a landslide amongst immigrants not born in America. If you live in New York City and are just a normal person, you need to get out now just for your safety. If you're a landlord or property owner, you need to sell your property now for whatever you can get. Or Mamdani and the communists who now run the city will just seize your property. If you're a business, you also need to get out and get out fast. Move to Florida, Texas or Tennessee where there's no state income tax and criminals are not allowed to just roam the streets, attacking people without consequence. John Fetterman should give serious consideration to becoming a Republican right now because he will not survive a Democrat primary challenge. That is what the Democrat Party has become. It's who they are. Even Nancy Pelosi is too mainstream for today's Democrat Party. Jesus. Yeah, we got some of these in our parliament here in Australia as well. That's not good. Aesthetica said the best thing a Trump administration could do in response to communist terrorists being elected by New York City Dems is just to denaturalise and deport them using the Immigration and National Act and the Communist Control Act of 1954. They are completely within their rights to do this. It will create a national scandal that will force mainstream Democrats to defend these radical communists, which they don't want to do. They want to ignore them. Most importantly, it sets a precedent and severely hampers the long-term plans of the DSA communist left. So there you go. Melissa Tate, Nick Fuentes, Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk, not Israel. Even Nick Fuentes, the king of hating Israel, says the left, that Israel killed Charlie narrative originated on the left as a psyop to take the blame and the heat off the left. No, you don't say. Nick says the radical left and communists are now using Israel as their scapegoat and shield to amass power, all with the help of the woke right. Looks like in the wake of all these communist victories, Nick now finally realises the left is on a war and he's not going to survive in the leftist hell he's been helping usher in. All these people are going to be weeping when Trump is gone and America is run by communists who are going to be vicious and come after all these woke right people that help them regain power, because that's what they do. Okay, once they are in, it doesn't matter who you are. You're gone, unless you become a Muslim. Communist Muslim at that. Million refugees said the richest man in the world is posting a movie with this ending on main under his real name, and you're blackpilling. Remember, I do this for you until you learn to do it for yourself. Because Elon Musk has showed a video on X, it's Citizen V movie it's called, I think. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the link and put it in the chat in case anyone wants to go and watch it. I don't know what it's about. I haven't watched it myself. But Elon Musk, right, has put this movie in. I won't get away with 36 seconds, will I?
It is time to go out and show these fuckers that they aren't getting away with it anymore.
Okay. Let's volume off for a sec. Then there's some, I don't know what this
I do
is.
this for you until you learn to
Do
do
it
it
yourself.
yourself.
Pointing out shit. This film is dedicated to the thousands of rape and murder victims in Europe who, that's what it's about, who are betrayed. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Is it still there? Where'd it go? Okay, hang on. Okay, who are betrayed by our legal system. There you go. Hard-hitting movie, I guarantee that's going to be. Save Europe, is that what it is? Yes. It's on BitChute. Oh, excellent. Thanks, MRE. Appreciate that. Okay. Liz Wheeler said, here's why the 3 anti-American Mamdani-backed socialists won congressional primary elections in New York. There are approximately 5 million registered voters in New York City. 750,000 to 850,000, 18 to 29 years old. 1.6 million to 1.8 million are 30 to 49 years old. And 1 million of 18 to 49 are college educated. That means 20% of voters, 1 in 5 voters in New York City, are the product of Marxist indoctrination factories that are our colleges. The indoctrinated kids are committed radical leftist ideologues thanks to the colleges and universities in our country that were subverted and captured by communists decades ago. And this goes for Australia too, guys. Stop sending your children to university until they pull up. All the while, the communists knew they were stealing the minds of entire generations of youth who one day, and that day is today, would be the deciding factor in our elections. And that's from Liz Wheeler, I believe, is it? Yep, Liz Wheeler. Zuby said the USA has far more socialists and communists than people would like to believe, especially amongst the youth. If you send your child to university to study something in the humanities, there's a good chance they'll become a communist. They'll also have a lot of debt. Oh, my goodness. Glenn Beck said British police are threatening to arrest people who use air conditioners now. I didn't realise I was visiting a third world country when I visited the UK last month. This is ridiculous. Bishop DeWile gives an alarming warning about how bad the UK's dystopian decline has become. We're going through what I call Texas temperatures at the moment because it's like 40 degrees centigrade. That's, 110 plus Fahrenheit. For us in Britain, that's astronomical. It is 40 degrees. Whoa. Police are turning up and telling people you either remove your air conditioners or we'll arrest you. What in the hell? We're leading the world in policing thought and policing speech. Now there are places in the United Kingdom where you can get arrested for praying silently in your head if you happen to be in what they call an exclusion zone around an abortion clinic. And here's the ridiculous part of that law. If I happen to live within the boundaries of an exclusion zone, praying privately in the privacy of my own home, I could now be guilty of a criminal offence as defined by the state. This is what happens when the state thinks it has the right to control every aspect of human life. And government should not be that far involved in human life. Government just needs to be like an administration, but protecting the citizens and the country, and that's it. They need to get out of everyone's face, really. Kentucky girl said the communists think they can use Islam to gain power, but I believe it's Islam that's using the idiot commies to colonise the West. That's exactly how it's going. The only way the US and the West survive is to fight them both equally. I believe that's about to happen. Buck Sexton says people who dismiss the rise of open communists within the Democrat Party don't understand Bolshevik tactics or history. Of course, Democrats nationally will say the commies are few. Their whole game is pretending the vanguard is just a fringe. But once in power, who calls the shots? What policies do we get? They put the oldest, most boring white man in Democrat politics, Joe Biden, in office with dementia because they could pretend he was non-threatening politically and a unifier. What did the Biden White House do? Intentionally, systematically throw open our borders to 10+ million foreigners, an abject betrayal of this nation we may never recover from, which is exactly what Chevalier of the 13th Congressional District says she wants to do again and more. Wake up, everyone. Communism is here. It just hasn't won yet, and they plan to keep lying about it until it's too late. Now we have President Trump clowning on Democrats for electing communists. Nick Sauter said President Trump is clowning on Democrats for electing communists. I think I'd be the greatest communist in history. I'd give free rent. Ladies and gentlemen, from now on, you don't have to pay any rent. From now on, anyone who wants a house, don't worry about it. Just pick the house you want. Everybody gets free food. Everything is free. From this point forward, everyone's going to vote for me. The problem is, after 2 or 3 years of communism, the country's a disaster area. That first year, boy, you're the most popular. It's happening right now in New York and California, but you'll start living in squalor. Watch New York, watch California. Kentucky girl said there are no Democrats left. They're all communists now. Can you see that I went through what was trending and found like communism was trending? That's why I've got a lot of posts about communism. Anti-commie said communism isn't a failed experiment. It's a deliberate scam for the resentful, promising equality while delivering breadlines, secret police and piles of corpses. Equality for all. Yeah, equally, die equally when you're starving to death. Mahik Rani said, should communists be banned from public offices? Yes or no? What do you think? Of course they should be banned from holding office in any Western country, thank you very much. In America, in the UK, in Australia, in Canada, I'll just keep saying them over and over again. Exactly, MRE. Ireland for the Irish, Italy for the Italians, Australia for the Australians, England for the English, America for the Americans. Yep, I agree. It's like Japan for the Japanese. Keep it Japanese. If I ever go to Japan, I want to see true Japanese culture. I don't want to go over there and see Western culture. I want to see their culture. Okay, Sassafras 84 said by communists, we're being conquered by communists. NYC is done for. You think you're being tolerant, inclusive and open-minded. You're actually being conquered. Yeah, and so open-minded that the brain fell out, I think, if you vote for communists. Anyway, Salty Goat said people who vote for Democrats are criminals, sexual deviants, illegal aliens, people who live on the government, communists, socialists, Islamists, drug addicts, homeless people, dead people, and anyone who wants to see America fall. Did I miss any? Democrat is a person too stupid to know that they're a communist. There you go. Yeah, Japanese are good people. They really are. I even like Korean people, you know. I like some Chinese people. But, you know, China should be Chinese. You know, the old style Chinese, just the culture Chinese, not the communist Chinese. But, yeah, I think they've got a lot to overcome with their government. Joe Lang said double meaning. Who is Trump referring to in this Truth Social posts? The communists are finally making their move. I've been waiting and preparing for this for a long time. It's easy to be a communist. All you have to do is say, I'll give you everything, but that means you're taking it away from others that have earned it. Over thousands of years, that ideology has not worked once. The game is on. Enjoy watching. President Donald J. Trump. Which communists are making their move? How long has Trump been waiting and preparing for this move? Here's what Trump posted soon after that post. It was also focused on communism. A video of JFK's comments on communism? What's this? Oh, it is. Okay, let's have a little look-see.
Communism is so often described as an ideology or a belief that exists somewhere other than in the United States. Let me ask you, sir, just how serious a threat to our national security are these communist subversive activities in the United States today?
Well, I think they're serious. I think it's a matter that we should continue to give great care and attention to. We should support the laws which the United States has passed in order to protect us from those who would destroy us from within. We should sustain the Department of Justice in its efforts and the FBI, and we should be continually alert. I think if the United States is maintaining a strong society here in the United States, I think that we can meet any internal threat. The major threat is external and will continue.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. It conducts the Cold War, in short, with a wartime discipline no democracy would ever hope or wish to match. Nevertheless, every democracy recognizes the necessary restraints of national security. And the question remains whether those restraints need to be more strictly observed if we are to oppose this kind of attack as well as outright invasion.
There you go. Okay, a video of JFK's comments on communism, infiltration instead of invasion, but I think Trump is pushing a double meaning. Q drop 1953. August the 28th, 2018 at 4:50 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Double meanings exist. Q. Stay local, US. Global equals reflection of local. See what happens in the US happening around the world? Think mirror. Know your enemy. Every battle is won before it's ever fought. Knowledge is power. Q. I think Trump is talking about two different topics that are related. Trump posted this yesterday. Mamdani pulled through 3 solid communists and has received a loud and universal applause from the fake news media. Congratulations, Mr. Mayor. I went 16-0 last night helping to elect wonderful American patriots, and the media doesn't say a word. Over the past 2 years, my endorsement has netted 259 primary wins and almost no losses, with zero media attention. Fake news, President DJT. Trump is warning about communism spreading through the Democrat Party in New York. He's also pointing out something that's being mostly ignored by the media. Trump's record of winning endorsements over the last few years is incredible. I think he's only missed one. How does that happen if the election system is rigged? Why hasn't the enemy defeated a bunch of his endorsed candidates like they did in his first term? What are the odds that Trump would have this amount of success now? What if? What if the military is already preventing a lot of the cheating? What if they're being strategic and allowing the most radical leftist communists to win their primaries? A coming showdown election? Possibly. Trump branded the Democrats in New York as communists and is cutting off their federal taxpayer money so they can't give away things for free to the people in New York. They're being forced to raise taxes. That will make them even more unpopular. But what's the possible double meaning? I think something big is happening in the background and it's centered around communists. Communists in Cuba. I think the odds are very high that Trump has reached a peace deal with Cuba. Trump said he's waited for a long time for this and posted a video of JFK talking about communism. Remember the Cuban Missile Crisis? Did you know that JFK was having backdoor communications with Russia and Cuba? The CIA was kept in the dark and so was most of his administration. Why do I think a peace deal with Cuba has already been brokered in the background? When Trump took control of Venezuela, they cut off the money flow for all the free stuff in Cuba. Their economy quickly collapsed. Money flow disruption. And then this huge story flew under the radar. Cuban lawmakers Thursday adopted nearly 200 historic free market reforms aimed at rescuing the communist island from a severe crisis aggravated by US oil blockade. In a landmark speech to the National Assembly, Prime Minister Manuel Marrero unveiled 176 measures aimed at rolling back the state's role in the economy and attracting investment in everything from banking to tourism and agriculture. Under the reforms, foreign investors are no longer required to form joint ventures with the state, Large private enterprises will be authorised, and both Cuban and foreign investors will be allowed to acquire stakes in state companies. Coincidence? I think something big's about to happen. Definitely. Lozzie B said the entire Western world is currently under communist rule. Yes, we are. Our governments have sold us out to globalism. They call the far right, those they call the far right is just the natural opposing force of communism. They've been calling me far right for many years, man. I'm telling you. And before that, it was a tinfoil hat wearer. And before that, it was, go back to your basement, you conspiracy theorist, and all that sort of stuff. I've been called every name under the sun. I don't mean anything anymore. Common sense, freedom-loving people fight for their basic human rights and civil liberties. Yes, that's what I thought it was. Common sense, see? This is why they're coming after anti-communists so hard at the moment. They know that we're the only thing standing in the way of full-scale communist takeover of the West, otherwise known as the New World Order. Nationalism, sovereignty and freedom, communism, globalism and control. And this is Donald Trump's post. The communists are finally making their move. I've been waiting and preparing for this for a long time. It's easy to be a communist. Yeah, I've already read that. Yep, and never worked once over thousands of years, okay? It's not going to work now. Ryan Daly said McKim meltdown in the Senate. Greens leader Nick McKim froths at the mouth, calling One Nation our far right party in Australia. No, it's just a common sense party, thank you very much. The emergent face of fascism, barely disguised Nazis, packed with sex offenders and grifters. Really? I think he's projecting a bit there. All because they put Australia first. Meanwhile, his Greens cheer open borders and import violent crime, coddle extremists and attack Aussies' identity every day. The real extremists are the ones who hate patriots more than they love this country. One Nation will fight for Australians. McKim fights for everyone else. He's the man who fights for everyone from overseas. Yep. He loves them. He hates Australians. Okay, and I think that's it. Yeah, Channel 9 has deemed Tommy Robinson is not a good person to interview. And did I already read this one? Okay, listen to this. Craig Kelly, hypocrites. So Channel 9 has deemed Tommy Robinson an unperson that can't be interviewed. Previously interviewed Chopper Reed, a man who boasted murdering 19 people and who was jailed for crimes including armed robbery, assault, arson, impersonating a police officer and kidnapping. And the interview is still up on Channel 9's website. But God help you if you interview Tommy Robinson. You're allowed to do it with Chopper, but... Senator Babette said the president is correct. They're also doing the same in Canberra. See what I said? That's why I'm so interested in American politics. What happens there happens here. It all comes around. We all get it. It's the Western nations. Yeah. Alexandra Marshall said it's interesting. The people who tell us to celebrate multiculturalism are the same people who say it's offensive to eat bacon during Ramadan, that our food should all be replaced with halal, that you can't wish people Merry Christmas because that offends other religions, that you can't wear bikinis at the beach because where people are wearing burqas, at the beach where people are wearing burqas. You can't wear bikinis at the beach where people are wearing burqas. Oh, dear God, get these burqas out of here. That the Christmas window in our stores and Christmas decorations in the street has to be changed to season's greetings to include everyone. F them, it's Merry Christmas. And up their backside, that it's your fault that you get leered at or harassed for wearing Western clothes in a Western city. That engaging in other cultures, such as wearing their clothes or eating their food, is cultural appropriation. That machete attacks and assault is just their culture or because of what they experienced in their homeland. And that repeated Islamic terror acts are just mental illness and not at all a cultural import. These cultural gatekeepers have not been practising multiculturalism. They've been facilitating a competition between cultures while telling the Australian culture to shut up. And no, we will not shut up. Never. We will never shut up. Now, people are asking what this march was in aid of this afternoon in Melbourne. Oh, yesterday afternoon. No, the day before. Okay. And look at that. It's Muslims surrounding a church. Are they protesting the church now? If you feel the need to protest a church as a Muslim, I think you should go to a Muslim country. You'll be a lot more comfortable, a lot more accepted, and you won't have to protest our churches. So get the fuck out of here. Seriously. That's insane. Go away. Get out if if a church makes you uncomfortable. You probably shouldn't be in the Western nations, okay? MAGA Voice said, laugh my ass off. Elon Musk just ended any presidential runs Gavin Newsom might think he has by posting this photo. I can't stop laughing. Oh, my God. He does. He does look a bit like him. Is that Beavis or Butthead? Which one's which? I can't remember. I didn't watch it at all. I heard them when other people were watching them, that's what I mean. But I didn't watch them personally. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's like 57 Muslim countries in the world. They can go back. It just looks just like him. Okay. I'll never look at Gavin Newsom the same way again. Okay, Craig Kelly said the most effective way to destroy people is to deny and obliterate their own understanding of their history. George Orwell. John Anderson AC said blackening a country's history is one of the most effective ways to undermine the morale of its people. And it is. It is. That looks like an old Australian painting. It's beautiful. Alistair Hilton said, can someone explain to me who chose Andy Burnham to be British Prime Minister? He wasn't even an MP. He was given a seat and being crowned immediately as PM. This is absolute proof the electorate are of zero relevance in this country. Anyone who still believes Britain is a democracy is extremely naive. No, we're all communists now, didn't you know? Or we're being run by them anyway. We are not communists, but we're being run by them. Gunther Eagleman said if Elon Musk didn't buy Twitter, USAID would still be funding terrorists, and they would. Professor Rogers said, I attended 15 home auctions this week and 95% of people bidding were new immigrants. Albanese tries to tell you the problem is intergenerational inequity. The real problem is immigration. And he won't admit it. 2.5 million immigrants and terrorist brides, and he did all of that. How many terrorist brides has he bought now? Yeah, how many terrorist brides has Albo brought into Australia now? Is it like 15, 20, 40? Yeah, exactly. Maureen, stand with us, yeah. And George, actually, yeah. Andy Burnham is a twat, yes. Okay, let's have a look at this. Bro said, I'm glad they cleared this up. No foreign interference, no foreign lobbying, no land given to any foreign government for anything. Australia's for Australians. Avi's going to shit his pants. What? Who? Avi Yamini is an Israeli-Australian reporter, okay?
Party meeting every morning. She said that she told Gina Reinhardt she disagreed with her position. And I just reiterate that the second point that we need to say is that Gina Reinhardt is a private citizen, just like anyone here in this country. She's entitled to have her say.
She's got a lot of money, Gina Reinhardt.
Pauline disagrees with her, but she's entitled to have her say. But what she's also entitled to is to have it being reported properly, and we believe it wasn't. Thirdly, giving land away to any foreign entities, be it Israel or Elon Musk or anybody whose foreign entity, is not one nation policy and never will be. We have been consistent in this policy from day dot. One nation is Australia first, and only Australians should own land and farms in this country.
Yep. If they want to use land, they can rent it. Seriously. Okay, no more gulags, said the people who want us to live in multicultural hellscape live in monoculture paradises. Yes, the people like this in Australia who want you to live in multicultural hellholes like anyone in Western Sydney. Actually, they're all over Australia now. They live in places like this. It wouldn't surprise me if they have gated their community, by the way. Okay? Bindi Boo said no lies detected. Interview a man who speaks up against Islamic terrorism, gets fired by Australian media, supports an Islamic terrorist regime, gets hired by Australian media. Wake up, Australia. So if you speak against Islamic terrorism, you're fired by the Australian media. But if you support the Islamic terrorism, you're hired by Australian media. Make that make sense. Rosetta Diaz said, keep it going, let the liar be famous. Repost this for the 50th time. Ready to hear some lies?
You can only lie to people once. You can only do it once. Only once.
Can you rule out any changes to negative gearing and capital gains tax?
Yes. How hard is it for the 50th time?
I believe that when you go to an election and you make commitments, you should stick to them. I've always been a man of my word.
I told people we wouldn't make changes. The proof's in the pudding, Andrew.
Bullshit.
If we were going to make changes, then why haven't we?
Were those statements promises?
What they were statements, and we have changed our position.
Yes, but are you not able to say that they were election promises?
Well, we've changed our position, Sarah.
You won't say it.
Well, they were statements that were made, and we've changed our position.
Does change translate to lie in government language?
Sarah, we've changed our position.
Why have you chosen to lie to Australians instead of letting them vote on it?
Authorised by S. Berger, Liberal Party, Canberra.
Because he knows he'd lose the vote. That's why. He knows the vote. That's why he's just taken it upon himself and done it. That's what I mean. We are in communism. Okay, Alexandra Marshall said capitalism didn't fail in Australia. Letting in too much bloody socialism fucked up our amazing capitalism. Now it's more productive to live on welfare than start a business. The solution is not more damn lazy, parasitic, manipulative socialism. No, that's what's bringing Australia down, and people don't see it. And people, when they talk about American healthcare, they go, oh, look at Australia, we have socialised healthcare. You're waiting for years for something that might need to be done, okay? It's insane. It's not good, okay? It's not good. Secretary Brooke Rollins said this morning, I signed an MOU to expand and launch the American Family Farm Legacy 250 program in partnership with the NASD. I think I've read that one. No, I haven't. NASDA News and state agricultural leaders from across the country. More to come with Monica Crowley this afternoon. Can't wait to celebrate. For nearly 250 years, America's farm families have done more than grow our food. They've built communities. They've preserved traditions. They've passed down faith, freedom and hard work from one generation to the next. This program recognises extraordinary families whose farms have remained in continuous operation for generations. Some have farmed the same land for 100 years, some for 200. A remarkable few for more than 250 years. Jeez. America would not be America without them. As we celebrate our nation's 250th birthday, it's only fitting that we celebrate the families who helped build it and who will help carry it into the next 250 years. That's quite nice, actually. The White House said the Trump administration has the highest average daily arrest rate by ICE and CBP, including total detention with final orders of removal, than any other president by far. President Donald J. Trump. Okay, it was just announced that I'm not necessarily thrilled to be talking about it because it does not exactly sound nice. But the Trump administration has, the highest detention and that, right, of any other president by far. The pending final orders are being seriously delayed by the courts, but that is also a record. President Trump has the highest 12-month removal total by far of any president, despite the fact that they fudged their numbers by including people that never even tried to come into the country. Likewise, an average daily catch and repatriation is by far the highest under President Trump. No other president comes close. So when you hear these anchors, pundits, Democrats and communists try to make the case that the President Obama's numbers are comparable to President Trump, it would be nice if people like milquetoast Shannon Bream and others would put up a little fight. Just a little. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Oh, dear. The White House. This is a foolish violation of our ceasefire agreement, President Donald J. Trump. The Islamic Republic of Iran shot at least 4 one-way attack drones at ships transversing the Strait of Hormuz One of the drones solidly hit the upper deck of a large and very expensive cargo-carrying ship. Damage was done, but the ship was able to proceed on its way. We've knocked down 3 other drones. Obviously, this is a foolish violation of our ceasefire agreement. President Donald J. Trump, watch what happens now. Holy shit. Okay. United States Trade Representative said President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill is igniting a manufacturing renaissance, registering 5 straight months of manufacturing expansion, creating tens of thousands of blue-collar jobs in 2026, and rising earnings for manufacturing workers. There you go. Go, Trump. Bring manufacturing back. We need to do it here in Australia. We sent all ours off too. Now China makes everything. God help us. JD Vance said Iran signed a ceasefire agreement. We have honoured it. If they have disagreements about how the MOU is being applied, they can pick up the phone. But violence will be met with violence. Okay? Letting them know. US strikes Iran in response to attack on commercial vessel. Okay, and that was Madonna from yesterday, who doesn't look like Madonna. I don't know who she looks like anymore. She looks like someone with a mask on. Soulless, I don't know, soulless, horrible woman. Okay. Anyway, that's the news for today. And after this, we're going to go over and watch They Live on Rumble. Guys, if you want to join me, we're going to watch They Live. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Okay. Shannon said, who are we kidding? The scamming bastard hardly works in a full chat. Oh, you're talking about the robot voice? Yep. Okay. Morning, everyone. Dana said, how it's supposed to feel? It's feeling very cold in Victoria right now. Yeah, it's feeling quite cool here too. Hey, everyone. Good to see everyone. Yeah, Paul, misogyny. That is what this cartoon was about, apparently. Shannon said, old Fanta pants. Paul said, poor Tony Abbott. I wouldn't call him Paul. I think his missus was a Rothschild worker. She worked for the Rothschilds. Deb said, very sick man, Albo. He is. J1 said, Albo dreaming about Mardi Gras again. Yeah, what was with the anal tearing? What, like, he was talking about Nazis. Next thing you know, he goes into anal tearing. What the actual, wow. Okay? I don't know. I think our Prime Minister might have actually lost the plot. I don't know what that has to do with Nazis, but hey. Deb said, are they going to live sex shows in Parliament next year? Oh, God knows. If you look at the US, they sometimes do that already. Remember the gay guy was caught having sex on somewhere in the White House. I can't remember. Where was it? George said, yeah, Deb just like Starmer. Yeah, Shannon, they filmed gay porn in the White House. Remember? They did. They did. That guy. I remember. Holy shit. Should not be. It should be. Yeah, they should be seriously locked up for that. And wasn't it one of the congressmen? Or was it one of their aides? I don't know. But he's probably got AIDS now after that. George said, did they, Shannon? Wow. Shannon said, Tesla earthquake machine, CERN, accident destroyed Christchurch in New Zealand by accident when they turned it on. Dana said, does that belly showing Dumbo lady realise they also have earthquake machines? No, she doesn't. She thinks it's all climate change, okay? She doesn't realise that, yeah, there are things that they can do which do cause earthquakes. Deb said she's blonde. Shannon said, done with, what is it, resonance? Yes, resonance. Menacing said, recent earthquakes are DS, final death roll. Yeah, remember we heard years ago that they were bombing the tunnels that they were using to transport people? Human trafficking? Did I miss you, Sherry? Did I not? Did I say hello to you earlier, Sherry? I hope I did. And Melissa, I did say hello. Oh, hers. Thank you, Yep, thank you. Love all you do. Have thank you. No, I wouldn't have minded if you said it was my face caused climate change. I think sometimes it may. No, I'm kidding. Huntberg said, love Cunningham as she was thrown out of the game for pointing the dumbass ref in the game. Yes, exactly. Yep. J1 said, your face warms the whole room. Yeah, see, I told you. My face causes climate change. It'll warm everything. Shannon said, that's AI. Glad you guys noticed that. This is what they're putting on TV for wars and stuff now. Video games, AI, some bullshit. Deb said, I noticed that video game. Shannon said, Baghdad Bob has moved to his new job. Yeah, AI-generated shit. What the news is propaganda. Yeah, when is the news not propaganda should be the question, I think. Deb said, life has become a virtual reality. I think it is. Donald said, it's all a movie. Yep. Menacing Muskrat said, popcorn time. Well, Trump, when he was talking about the communists, said, just watch. Okay, so get your popcorn. Melissa said, things are ramping up. Yes, they are. George said, anyone flying the Union Jack or St. George flag during the World Cup are being... Oh, you're kidding. Oh, for God's sake. You should be allowed to fly your bloody flag of your country. Yeah, RIP to anyone hurt in those earthquakes, by the way, yeah. George said, I'm okay, thanks, menacing. Dana said, is it just me or that finds it weird calling human beings that are illegal immigrants aliens? No, yeah, I do actually, Dana. Yeah, I do find it a bit interesting. Is that the aliens they're talking about? I found my flags, by the way, whoever said that. I found my flags and I will have them up soon. At the moment, we're sort of concentrating on my mum a lot at the moment. We believe that she might be on her way to heaven. We just don't know when. And, yeah, God love her, poor thing. Where was I up to? Here somewhere. Oh, menacing. It's so hot over there, is it? You're feeling lazy? Yeah, Alex was saying it was really hot yesterday. Menacing said, I have to laugh. My Roddies say it's so hot that they can't even wag their tails. Oh, God love them. MRE said we need part 2. I loved it. It's on BitChute, Have. Thank you. I appreciate that. Save Europe. Great movies. Great movie. Our girls suffer. Our women suffer from these maniacs. They do. Menacing said United States aircraft just struck Iranian missile and drone storage location for violating the ceasefire. There you go. Yep, my brother says it's on BitChute free. George said they don't care about the women and children. No, they don't. Yeah, Israel's safe for last, MRE. There's a reason. If you look at Q and what they did, and I know people think Q is just BS. It's playing out exactly how they stated. So, yeah, Israel last. There's a reason Israel's not mentioned in that thing because they're last. And I think it's starting to come about now with Trump turning. Well, he's had Netanyahu the whole time. I don't think Netanyahu's been running Trump. I think it's the other way around, and that Trump really gave it to Netanyahu the other day for not playing along. So Dana said, thanks for the link, Have. That movie is all the chatter on Facebook, all saying it's very good. Oh, yep, I definitely got to watch it then. Yeah, MRE, people are getting sick of this BS. Yep. Margot, how you going? Sorry you're late. Watched the Citizen Vigilante movie last night. Well done. There's people who are ahead of me here. That's good. MRE said, people are looking for a hero. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. We're our own heroes. We have to stand up. That's what I believe has to happen. We need to stand up. George said the UK is becoming a shithole. Yeah, I know. So is Australia. So is Canada. We all are. We're following, like, I don't know if the UK, I think the UK is slightly ahead of Australia in that way. And it's probably because you're a lot smaller of a country than we are. So, yeah, I don't know. MRA said 8% of the world now countries are invaded. Not cool. Exactly. Well, them praying on the streets, you know, that's showing their that they are infiltrating, that shows their power, them praying on the streets. They don't do it in their own countries. They only do it in ours. Yeah, MRA, save UK and Ireland, defend our women. Yep. Commie swine, I agree. Hey, Paranormal Oz, how you going? Yeah, commie godless freaks, they are. Strength and honour, yep. Ireland for the Irish, I agree. George says Starmer and Labor are commies. Yes, they are. Yeah, in England for the English. Yeah, Keir's a swine. Deb said, yeah, your new neighbour wants you dead. Yeah. How can you live like, I don't know. Obviously we are, but like, you know, it's insane what's going on. Yeah, MRE said, amen, Japanese, great folks. Yes, they are. They are. See, if I go to, like, say, not that I'm going to go there, but while the Chinese Communist Party's there, but China, if I went to China, I want to see the Chinese heritage. I want to see their culture. If I go to Japan, I want to see Japan's culture. If I go, where else could I go? If I go to America, I want to see American culture. If I go to England, I want to see English culture, Ireland, Irish, Italy, Italian. You know, I want to see their cultures. I don't want to see some mix of it's the same all around the world because we're all multicultural and it's shit. Yeah, I don't want to see that, no. Yeah. Amen. MRE said, pride is not hate. I love your people and country. I agree. Yeah. Have pride in your country. Have pride in your culture. Yep, Deb said Japan. MRE said JFK killed by CIA Mossad. Yeah, well, CIA definitely. Probably the Mossad, I don't know. But yeah, definitely CIA, and he kept them out of it a lot, actually. Yeah, RIP, JFK. MRE said, just following you now on X. Oh, thank you. Just made an account on you. Yeah, that's good. Good on you, MRE. That's good. Deb said, please give our Hev thumbs up. Yep. MRE said, I give her a few now, Deb. Hold on. Oh, God love you. Yeah, you got a couple of accounts. You're like me. You've had to make other accounts because getting deleted and stuff off. Yeah, it's insane. Trying to chase your way around the internet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. George said, I did have an account on Twitter X when it first started out. Oh, like number 2. Thank you, MRE. I appreciate that. And number 3, God love you. 4. George said, I always give Hev a like. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's the best thing you can do for me is just give me a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please do that. MRE said, far right-wing Catholic nationalists. Deb said, awesome job. MRE said, Trump loves, but no, he doesn't. I would agree to disagree with you on that one because I think Trump's had it over BB the whole time. I remember many years ago, Trump went around the world and he laid this big folder on the table and said, I've got everything on you. You play along now. And I think that's where we are. He's got them by the, what do you call it? Cojones, whatever they are. Yeah. MRE said, always Deb, Hev is my Celtic cousin. Definitely, yes. MRE is half Irish and half Italian. A lovely mix, actually. J1 said, right so far. George said, MRE, do you have, yeah, he's got a few. Yeah, definitely. MRE said, Aussie Pride, I have 3 or 4. MRE said, sub to this one, I'm on ban on my others. Oh, are you really? Okay, can I do that from here? Channel, go to channel. Oh, I wasn't subscribed. No, wow. I thought I subbed to all yours, MRE. I'm subbed to a few of them, but thank you, because I missed that one. Yep. MRE said, hit like. George said, I was named after my granddad. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Menacing said, I have an X account. MRE said, God bless your grandpop. Yep. RIP, well said, Hev. And that's your channel with you for Europe. Okay, stand with us. Okay. I'll stand with our cousins. Good on you, MRE. Excellent. Okay, hang on. Channel. And sub. There you go. Got another sub. Yeah, George, there are about 57 Muslim countries in the world. They can go and stay at any one of them. Stand with us, it looks like him. Deb said, if the shoe fits, yes. Okay, MRE said, share this one out. Deb, that's me. So stand with us is for the UK. So hang on. Oh, I should have got it while I was there. Hang on. Oh, look, I've already got it open. I'm a pickle. Let's copy that. I'll help MRE out, eh? He's helping me out right now. So it's that one. And this one. Hang on. Where is the other one? Over here. Copy. Paste. Okay. Is that all of them? I think it might be. I'm not sure. George said, Andy Burnham is a twat. Sub, please. Yep, definitely. Save our lands. God bless all. Oh, you stream stuff on that one. Oh, good stuff. Deb said, I just realised, MRE. Deb said, I'm sub now, MRE. Yep, that's MRE. I loves Heb's flag she had. I've got a few of them. They actually wouldn't even fit on the wall. I'm going to try, though. I'm going to try putting the flags back up. I found them all the other day, so I'll be putting them all back up. Yep, so there we go. But I won't be here next week, maybe. I don't know. Look out for me. I will let you know through the community posts on YouTube if I will be here next week. I won't be here tomorrow. Yeah, I may not be here next week, and I'm definitely not going to be here the week after because I'm going to the Snowy Mountains here in Australia. But I might go live from there. So look out for that as well. Just look out for me on the weekends, around about the weekends. Yeah, I might pop in. I'm going to try. But with my mum the way she is, also going the way she is, I don't think she's got long, to be honest. So Deb said with lots and lots of money. MRE said, yes, they have big homes and lockdown neighbourhoods. Yes, they do. Deb said, what, China already own land? Chinese have got a lot of houses in Australia. They buy them and they leave them sitting, except for 2 weeks a year when they visit for a holiday. But they leave that house sitting the rest of the year empty. That's where our housing's going. Part of it, not all of it. Then there's the immigration. You've got a lot of factors with our housing. More likes coming. Oh, thank you, MRE. I appreciate that. Deb said he's a one-man show. Yeah. Yeah, J1. Anal tear elbow. What on earth? Oh, thank you, MRE. Praying for my mum. Appreciate that. I just asked for prayers for an easy passing now because we're beyond the point where she's going. So I just want prayers, if we can, for a nice, easy, painful-free passing happening. Yeah. George said this politician belongs in prison for crimes against humanity. Yes. Yeah, MRE. Commies are sick. Deb said he found a way to bring his filth into Parliament. Well, yeah, everyone thinks he's gay. So Albanese talking about anal tearing really shouldn't be that much of a surprise when he attends the Mardi Gras every year. Their biggest parade. Menacing said, same as in Canada, Stan. Carney's Blarney, DS is BS. Deb said, more damage is created by people having to wait so long to get bloody basic things repaired. Exactly. Deb, yes. Oh, thank you. We hit 40 likes, did we? I appreciate that. Can I, how do I find, oh my goodness, there we go. No, that's not it. I'd have to go that way, is that right? No, I'd have to go up. No, it's not going to show me. Yeah, I do have to go sideways. Hang on. Ah, no, it's not going to show me. Oh, dear God. Okay, don't worry about that. Yeah, George, Bill Gates is an evil man. MRA said, wow, that don't look like her. No, it doesn't look like Madonna, does it? Completely, I don't know, should just age gracefully, I'm thinking. I don't think she should get all this plastic surgery where you don't. She looks like that puppet from the movie Saw. You know, the one with the circles on its cheeks where it's like full on. Hang on, let me show you. This is what I think Madonna looks like. I just got to find the movie Saw. Whoa, not that. Where is it? Images. Let's have a look. This thing. This is what I think Madonna looks like now. This bloody thing here. Crazy. Why would you do that to yourself? Unless you want to horrify people. I don't know. I just think that's what she looks like now. So, yeah. Yeah, They Live is classic movie. Yes, we're going on to Rumble after this to watch They Live. Donald said, I've been up for 15 hours now, but I'll try and stay awake for the movie. Oh, good on you. Yeah, Murray, Fanuc porn in the White House. Definitely. Shannon said, Elbow like Gillard are part of the New World Order. They are. Yeah, were they AIDS or have they got AIDS now? That's what I want to know. Or were they actually Congress people in there doing that? Deb said, who put their penis in the red wine glass in Parliament? Oh, what? MRE said, have got bands. Paul said, more like They Live is a documentary. Oh, well, it is. Yes, now it is. Yeah. Deb said, whole new meaning for aid now, doesn't it? Deb said, Jewish stockade from the looks of it. Deb said, Venezuela's got their own bank, don't they? Yes. Yeah, MRE, bankers equals bums. Oh, where did that go? Oh, shoot, it just jumps. Why does it do that on me? Okay, Menacing said tunnel earthquakes at 10k deep and kilometres deep in depth. Sherry said, yes, Hev, you did. Hello to you. Oh, thank you. I just don't want to leave anyone out. You know, it's like being left out of that woman with her mirror. What was, oh, now I can't even remember what it was called. She never picked me. She never said my name. Romper Room? Was it no, Romper Room? I don't know. Deb said, great way to take the people they want to, isn't it? MRE said, RIP, the people hurt in earthquake. Yeah. Oh, it's a great way to take people. Yes, earthquakes is a great way for them to go in and scoop up all the children who are left without mothers and fathers, unfortunately. That's what they did in Haiti, allegedly, many years ago. MRE said St. George flag is great, St. Andrew and St. David. Deb said, wasn't India's thing on the moon landing AI? Yes, I believe it was, yeah. Yeah, MRE, love the flags of your people. Your Blue Cross. George said, yep, MRE. Deb said, the great shaking. MRE said, sorry, I'll pray for your mum, Hev. Thank you, I appreciate that. Menacing said, in August 2026, NASA's going to send an explosive to the moon. What? Deb said, awesome flags, yep. Yeah, MRE, they kill kids. Deb said, they are not. George said, NASA's full of shit, Menacing. MRE said, I hope Trump stands up to BB. Oh, yes, he already has. Just that you don't hear about it because people don't report on it. And I don't know why. I've got no idea why. Well, I do. They don't want Trump to look good at all. Deb said, next disaster, August is expected. How convenient. Wow. Menacing said, never a straight answer. Yes, that's NASA. Yeah, MRE USA also. Yes, J1 said, we are the storm. Do you remember many years ago when Trump first got elected and he said, oh, there's a storm coming? And the reporter said, what storm, Mr. President? What storm? And he just said, you'll see. We are the storm. Yeah, Deb, prayers for Hev, mum and family. Thank you. MRE said, yep, I'm not an expert, lol. No, that's okay. No, neither am I. But from what I see, that's how I see it. He's got it over BB, not the other way around. But, yeah, I've been looking at this for a long time. A very long time. Menacing said, agreed, sending love and prayers to Heaven family. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. Gave me 5. Thank you so much, MRE. I appreciate that. Susan said, I wouldn't donate money to any of these places because that's how they take our money and stick it in their own bank accounts. Exactly. Yeah, MRE said, I hope you're right. Yeah, proud Irish Italian. There you go. It's a good mix. It really is. Menacing said, short and curlies have. We got them by the short and curly. What? Deb, did you accidentally, how do I get it back? It says MRE's message deleted by Deb. View deleted message. Where is it? Oh, shit. Oh, thanks, Hev. There it is. There it is. I think Deb probably sat on a phone, MRE. Don't take that to offence. She wouldn't have meant it. Shannon said, got them by the short and curlies. Yep. Deb said, sounds awesome, MRE. George said, I'm a half Irish and English. There you go. MRE said, George, nice, thanks so much. And Deb is half Irish and Australian as well. We've got a lot of half Irish in here. Yep. Thank you. George said, just got another sub, MRE. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you're welcome, mate. Deb said, I think I got them all, MRE. MRE said, prayers for Hev's mum when I do my rosary. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Paranormal Oz said, sending my prayers and positive energy for your mum, Hev. Hope you're doing well too. Yes, definitely. Yes, I'm on holiday. Not next weekend. The weekend after. It's for my birthday. I'm going away to the Snowy Mountains, so it should be good. But I may not be here next week. I may try to stop in on Sunday, which is your Saturday if you're in the UK or US. We'll see how I go. Deb said, and they put her through that bloody eye operation. Yes, I know. That's what I'm thinking. It's not worth getting the other one done. That's what I mean, Deb. That's why I was saying, why are we doing this? It's just so close. But I understand she can see better now, but she still fell over the other day. So, I just don't know. It's just so close, you know. Deb said, what, the Mardi Gras didn't give it away? Yeah, Jigsaw, that was it. Yeah, Jigsaw. That's who she reminds me of now. Yeah, it's sad she was very pretty when she was young, before she had any work done. And Deb said, oh, my God, Italian Irish, yeah. Menacing said, Madonna is a high priestess, just like Taylor Swift evil. MRA said, Mick swap, Mick equals me. Deb said, spot on, Hev. George said, Madonna looks like a freak now. Yeah, she does. Yeah, demons. Hollywood is all evil. MRE said, poor people in that earthquake, pray for them, definitely. George said, I used to like Madonna when I was younger. So did I. Deb said it was live on Skype. Yep. MRE said, me too, George. Cliff, how you going? Bill Gates was an evil man. He was executed at Gitmo under JAG judgment under the supervision of General Darcy Crandall. He was executed along with Francis Collins and Dr. Burks. I hope so, Cliff. Yeah, it's Romper Room. That's it. Yep, it was Romper Room. She used to say all the names that she looked, through that magic mirror or whatever it was. Yeah, my name never got mentioned, but anyway, we won't worry about that. Cliff said, I'm sorry, I meant Vice Admiral Darcy Crandall. Oh, okay. Deb said, no building code. Towel covenant? No building standards? Oh, my stomach's growling. Cliff said, hello, Debbie. MRE said, have a great night, everyone. I must go. Yep, we're going to go. Deb said, very sorry, I was trying to go on your channel. Shit. No, that's okay. I knew it was by accident, Deb. Okay. Deb said, forgive me, sweetie, MRE. Okay, guys, with that, I'm going to see you over on Rumble in about 10, 15 minutes, and I'll hopefully see you there for They Live. Okay, bye, guys.